This video is about equivalent fractions and raising fractions to higher terms. The first thing we need is a definition of what it means to be an equivalent fraction. Equivalent fractions are fractions that represent the same amount. So if we think of it like pizza, if you have a half of a pizza, if you took that half of a pizza and you cut it, each of that half in half again, you would still have the same amount of pizza. It would just be cut into 2 slices out of what would have been a 4-slice pizza if all of it were there. Or you could also divide that pizza into 3 slices out of what would have originally been a 6-slice pizza. So we call these fractions equivalent fractions because they each represent the same amount. 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4, which is equivalent to 3/6, and so on. So if you want to raise a fraction to higher terms, they've given you the original fraction 2/5, and they say, I want you to turn that into an equivalent fraction that has a denominator of 15. The question that you're asking yourself is, well, what do I need to multiply 5 by in order to get to 15? Since you need to multiply 5 by 3 in order to get to 15, you want to multiply the numerator by that same number. And the reason that that works is because this fraction, 3/3, is really equal to the number 1. Because think of our picture of 3/3. It would be a circle cut into 3, and all 3 of the pieces are there. And anytime we multiply a number by the number 1, it stays the same. So multiplying by 3/3 is just like multiplying by 1. Therefore, 2/5 is equivalent to 6/15. Moving forward with the next example, 5/9 is equal to what number of 45ths? So we ask the same question again, what do I need to multiply 9 by to get to 45? And the answer is 5. So if we multiply our numerator by that same amount, we will get an equivalent fraction, 5/9 equivalent to 25/45, because this fraction 5/5 is really just the number 1. One more example. Both of these came from times tables that I hope you have memorized. But sometimes you'll be asked to raise a fraction to higher terms when it goes beyond what you know. So in this case, you may need to do some division to find out how many times 3 does fit into 51. Well, it goes into 5 once with a remainder of 2, and into 21 7 times. So 3 multiplied by 17 is what gives us 51. So I'm going to multiply the 1 by 17 on the top to show that 1/3 is equivalent to 17/51. While writing this, it just occurred to me we should probably do one more example because improper fractions can also be raised to higher terms. So if we had the fraction 7/6 and we were asked to raise that to a fraction with a denominator of 30, the process would still be the same. 6 times 5 is what gives us 30. So we're going to multiply the top by the same number to get 35. So 7/6 is equivalent to 35/30.